Sam Roberts at Gorington Road on a Thursday evening, a rather quiet and mild Thursday evening it is. I've managed to find Mike Rare outside, enjoying himself, no doubt. Mike, ahead of this weekend's clash against Rotherham, and it's a position I'm sure that you wouldn't really have liked, the fact that we aren't, unfortunately, in control of our own fate. We're looking up the road for Cornish Pirates to do us a favour, but there's still a job to do, and it's still a game of rugby, and you, I'm sure, every part of your professional body wants to end on a high.
Absolutely, and as we said after the game down in Cornish Pirates, I actually don't really care a lot what's going on up the road. We can't control that. It's as simple as that. And look, we're in this position because we put ourselves in that, and we can debate long and hard about why it's happened. But the fact is, we're here and now, and we've got to deal with it. And the positive vibes from last weekend were we put in a terrific performance. Didn't get the breaks, didn't get perhaps one or two decisions, and found the Pirates particularly ruthless. But they have been throughout this playoff stage, and that's good on them. I think they're a terrific side, and probably 5, maybe 6 opportunities. They took 4 of them, and that's credit to them. Whereas we created a lot of half breaks and just didn't really get on the end of them. So yeah, at the end of the game, we just said, look, we've got to be positive about this. We still got a lot to play for. There's this weekend, where we can hopefully finish off the season in a positive fashion in front of our own fans, and we want to thank them. I think they've been a terrific part of what we've been about this year, and I think the boys would like to put on a show for them. With a semi-final on the horizon, it still could be. Pretty good season if we end up progressing in that competition. So there's a lot to play for. There's signings and new signings and etc. all going on at the moment. So it's quite a busy time. We've been pretty hectic the last couple of weeks or so. So we'll be looking forward to 3 o'clock actually to get a release from that and watch some rugby.
If it all does finish league-wise on Saturday afternoon, I think you'll probably look back at philosophically at a very good season and one that the Blues really. Overall, did very well.
You might think that. I clearly don't. I think if we do miss out in the semi-finals position, I think it'll be a bitterly disappointing end to the season. I think we got ourselves in a real good position, and we've poured over events over the last few games, and you can't get it back, unfortunately. But I don't think we'd have done a lot different. It was a lot of missed tackles, individual errors there. Really, nothing to do with our organisation, and coupled with a few errors in attack. And if you've seen the average stats for what we've done, there's quite a significant sea change in some of that information. It doesn't tell the whole picture, but it tells us a lot. Our missed tackles have gone up significantly, and our error count has gone up significantly. So that hasn't helped. Obviously, injuries as well, but that's not often excuses. As I say, I'm a bit disappointed because I feel for supporters. The chairman and the board who've invested again this year, and it would have been nice to have been given a semi-final to, even from a financial perspective, just to keep the club ticking over, really.
As regards the following weekend and the cup game, that's a real potential, and it must be half a thought of yours on that already. It must already be looming in your mind about just how important that opportunity is.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're still in the British and Irish Cup semi-final. We'll wait to see what side Worcester bring along, but they've got a quality squad, and whatever side they end up bringing along, it'll be a huge effort needed to get past them, and if we manage to do that, then it's a great day out to look ahead to, and I guess if I'm honest, that's something we need. I think there's a lot of guys here who've put a lot of effort in over the last 9-10 months and longer, who may not be here in the future, and. So it'd be nice to finish off with that carrot ahead of us, and maybe make up for the disappointment with the playoffs.
Last thing I'm going to talk about is signings, and I'm going to only talk about concrete things that we know about. I'm not going to speculate. 3 people were announced last weekend, and those 3 in my mind were 3 that have really, really impressed this year. Andre, Mike Howard and Dan Seal, and you must be very pleased to get them back here at Gorington Road next season. Yeah,
for sure. All 3 have been top draw this year, and also they've been durable as well, which makes a difference. There's obviously guys along the way who we've lost through injury, but these guys have been thereabouts all year, and they put in a terrific effort. So I'm pleased with that. There's 1 or 2 imminent of the current squad, and obviously there's a couple of new signings on the horizon as well. So putting this season to one side. I'm filled with enthusiasm and excitement to what potentially could be running out on the pitch for Bedford Blues next season. So, although we're in perhaps a little bit of a hole at the moment, you've got to move on quickly, and I think we'll be able to do that once this season finishes, and look forward with renewed optimism for next year. I'm in a real good tilt at it again. I think once it's not just we're just chatting in there to the coaches. Not just the players. I think the coaches sometimes need to step away from it and recharge their batteries. And at the end of the day, we can't do much about it once the guys cross the whitewash, and we do get frustrated, and there's no doubt about that. And sometimes it does drag you down, does fatigue you. But once we get on that training pitch of an evening, we're out there striving to improve the lads and striving to take this club forward.
Well, good luck Saturday. I think everyone here at Godington Road will be with you, and let's hope for a big crowd.
Thanks, Sam, and let's hope we can put on a show in the right manner, and obviously we'd encourage everybody we can to get you for the following week against Worcester. I think that's important. We have a huge crowd for that game, because we need a good crowd to get behind the lads and give them a lift. I think there's a little bit of confidence has been knocked over the last couple of weeks, and with a bit of luck we can get a few tries on the board Saturday, and and the win, which is important, and people will get behind us and support us all the way.